What if I told you, an entire army once marched into a forest, and vanished without a trace? No survivors. No bodies. No signs of battle. Just silence. The forest was sealed off. Maps were rewritten. And the kingdom declared it a myth. But every generation, someone dares to ask, what really happened in the forest of Verrador? And tonight, we ask too. Because buried beneath the leaves, is a truth no sword could destroy. 1. The Kingdom of Velmora. Once, Velmora was a kingdom that feared nothing. Its armies were unmatched, its walls unconquered. And under King Alric's rule, it prospered like never before. But all kingdoms face one enemy they can't control. Whispers of a forest that grew darker each year. A forest where compasses spun mad. And where villagers said they heard, chanting. 2. The Missing Scouts. It began small. A scouting party sent in to clear a trade route. They never came back. Another followed. Gone. And then a third, this time, 50 strong. Trained men. Elite. King Alric, humiliated and enraged, declared the forest cursed by cowards and fools. He issued a command. Send the Iron Battalion. His greatest warriors. 3,000 strong. A force that had never lost a battle. 3. The March into Shadows. They marched at dawn. Flags high. Drums thundering. Locals wept quietly as the army passed their villages. Some threw flowers. Others shut their windows. One old woman whispered, "They won't come back. Not because they'll die, but because they'll forget who they are." No one listened. 4. Days into the forest. For the first few days, everything seemed normal. Letters were sent back. Spirits were high. But on day 6, the messages stopped. Not cut off, just gone. No cries for help. No sound of battle. No final stand. Just silence. 5. The King's Rage and Denial. King Alric refused to believe it. He sent spies. He sent birds. Even lone messengers on horseback. All disappeared. It was as if the trees themselves had grown teeth. Alric sealed the forest's borders and banned the word Verrador. But secrets don't die. They root. And some grow stronger in silence. 6. Survivors who weren't. Years later, a man staggered out of Verrador. Naked, pale, and wild-eyed. He claimed to be Captain Brel, commander of the Iron Battalion. But when asked his rank, he just said, "The trees remember. But I forgot." He didn't know his name. Didn't know war. Just one thing. We were welcomed in. And then he screamed. Not a scream of pain. But of awe. As if he'd seen something no one else ever had. 7. The Hidden Letter. Decades later, in the ruins of the Royal Library, a page was found. A letter. Torn. Burned at the edges. Written by a soldier from the Iron Battalion. The forest is alive. It sings. It shows us who we were, and what we could be. Some chose to stay. Not as prisoners, but as pilgrims. We weren't lost. We were called. The handwriting matched 5 other soldiers. So they weren't dead. They left. But why? 8. A forest that offers something more. A scholar who studied the letter said the forest didn't kill them. It offered them something greater than victory. A life beyond war. Beyond kings and blood. But only if they surrendered everything they were. It's not a curse, he said. It's a choice. But a choice no soldier had ever been given before. Would you take it? To leave the world behind. To disappear into something ancient. and become something new. 9. The Final March. Last year, a group of filmmakers entered Verrador with drones, satellites, and gear worth millions. They broadcasted live for 72 hours. Then silence. No signal. No return. Except for one video, 5 seconds long. A man walking calmly into the fog, barefoot, smiling. And a voice, not his, whispering. You are ready. Maybe the army didn't vanish. Maybe, they were freed. Maybe Verrador isn't a place you escape from. But a place you were always meant to find. And if the forest still waits, still calls, then the real question is, if you heard the voice whisper to you, would you follow it? We're still here.